Once upon a time, in a bright and cheerful town, lived an 8-year-old boy named Jeffrey. Jeffrey had a wild imagination and loved dressing up in costumes. His favorite costumes were of superheroes he admired, like Captain Marvelous and the spectacular Spider Kid. In his world of make-believe, he fought off villains and saved the day with his superpowers. Jeffrey's best friend, Jorge, was a 9-year-old boy who lived right next door. They had been friends since Jeffrey was just 2 years old. Jorge was friendly and loved playing with toys. He also enjoyed joining Jeffrey in his superhero adventures, donning costumes of his own. One sunny afternoon, while the boys were playing in the backyard dressed as their favorite superheroes, they noticed a peculiar sight. A fluffy pink flamingo wearing a detective hat and holding a magnifying glass waddled into their yard. Jeffrey and Jorge looked at each other in amazement, wondering if their imaginations were playing tricks on them.
"Hello, young heroes,"
the flamingo said in a soft and friendly voice.
"I am Flapjack, the Fluffy Flamingo Detective. I have come to seek your help."
The boys gasped in surprise. It wasn't every day that a talking flamingo detective asked for their assistance. They eagerly agreed, excited for a real adventure. Flapjack explained that a greedy businessman, Mr. Snidely, had been buying up all the land in town to build his evil empire. He had already forced several families to move away, and now he had his sights set on the town's beloved park, the very same park where Jeffrey and Jorge loved to play. The boys knew they had to stop Mr. Snidely and save their park. They decided to set out on a mission to gather evidence against him and expose his wicked ways. Flapjack offered to be their guide, and together the three of them embarked on a journey filled with unexpected twists and turns. As they approached the edge of the forest, they met Willow, the wise wicked witch. Despite her title, she wasn't wicked at all. Instead, she was a kind-hearted and helpful witch who offered her assistance. She had heard about Mr. Snidely's plan and wanted to join the boys and Flapjack in their mission to save the park. The group devised a plan to gather enough evidence to expose Mr. Snidely's evil deeds. They spent days searching for clues, interviewing townspeople, and collecting documents that proved the greedy businessman's corrupt practices. One day, as they were sneaking around Mr. Snidely's mansion, they stumbled upon a secret room filled with plans for his evil empire. There, they found a blueprint for a machine that would destroy the park and replace it with a giant factory. This was the evidence they needed to stop him. The team knew they had to act fast. They couldn't let Mr. Snidely destroy their beloved park and drive more families out of town. They decided to confront him at the town hall meeting where he was planning to announce his latest land acquisition. That night, dressed in their superhero costumes, Jeffrey, Jorge, Flapjack, and Willow burst into the town hall meeting just as Mr. Snidely was about to reveal his plans. The townspeople gasped in surprise as the boys and their unexpected allies took the stage. "Mr. Snidely," Jeffrey declared, "we have evidence of your evil plan to destroy our park and build your terrible factory." Jorge held up the blueprint they had found in the secret room. The townspeople gasped, and whispers filled the room. Flapjack, the Fluffy Flamingo Detective, stepped forward and recounted the many testimonies they had collected from the townspeople who had been wronged by Mr. Snidely. Willow, the wise wicked witch, waved her wand, and a large screen appeared, displaying all the documents they had gathered, proving Mr. Snidely's corruption. The room was filled with outrage as the townspeople realized the truth. Faced with the evidence, Mr. Snidely's face turned as red as a tomato. He knew he had been caught, and there was no way out. The townspeople demanded that he leave their town and never return, and he reluctantly agreed, realizing that his evil plans had been foiled. With their park saved and the town rid of Mr. Snidely's wicked ways, the people of the town hailed Jeffrey, Jorge, Flapjack, and Willow as heroes. They celebrated their victory with a big party in the park, filled with games, laughter, and plenty of delicious treats. From that day on, the boys continued to dress up as superheroes, knowing that they had made a real difference in their town. And with Flapjack and Willow by their side, They knew they would always be ready for any new adventure that came their way. And so, the sun set on the town as the heroes enjoyed their well-earned rest. The people knew that they could sleep soundly, knowing that their beloved park was safe and their town protected, thanks to the courage and determination of their young superheroes and their extraordinary friends.